The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
Well, it's a Monday night, and welcome to The Factor Uncensored. It's a day we won't soon forget. The deadly January 6th attack on the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Today, a Florida man seen on the floor of the Senate was sentenced to 8 months in a federal prison. Is that too much time, or is it just a slap on the wrist? It could be a preview of what's to come for the rest who were arrested. Our panel debates the punishment tonight. And our guests are here on The Factor Uncensored to talk about this federal sentencing. 38-year-old Paul Hodgkins sentenced to 8 months in federal prison. Is that enough, Marcus Davis?
Of course it's not enough. There's a lot of conversation that's been had in this nation about patriotism and about what it means to be un-American. And we can talk all day about what it means to be un-American for those that trampled the yards at the Capitol on January the 6th. But let's just talk about what happened in the courtroom, which was completely unpatriotic and un-American. The idea that this man was not on trial and the other hundreds that participated was not on trial for sedition and treason with acts that they committed by the very definition is both un-American and unpatriotic. And the idea that the judge, and I quote, said that he realized that they had done something wrong, but they deserved leniency. And the idea that you give him 10% of what you believe the harm this will do is unpatriotic. The judge said that this will have damage for decades, what happened on January the 6th. And the idea that you didn't even sentence him to 10% of a decade is the very definition of un-American.
Tex, let's bring you into this conversation. Your thoughts on the 8-month sentence for the insurrectionists at the Capitol?
Well, I think it's a crime against we the people. I mean, this guy is a patriot, and finally we got the government on the direction that they should be going. You know, Thomas Jefferson said it best: when the government fears the people, there's liberty. And when the people fear the government, there's tyranny. The real crime is what's taking place inside those chambers of all those that are committing the treasonous acts that have not been brought up on their crimes, whether if you're Clinton, Obama, Biden, others, lost emails. I mean, there's so much treason and murdering against the Constitution of the United States. It's pathetic. I mean, what's wrong with having a good old-fashioned Boston Tea Party, right? To remind the government that we the people, and we are the governed, right? And we consent to those actions. So when the government pushes,
when you see the people in the
people will push back.
Tex, when you saw the people in the Capitol riot, you didn't see anything that they did wrong.
So this guy right here, he's being charged for 8 months for waving a flag. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't destroy anything. We're talking about this right here. So it's good that the government fears the people. The governments all around the world would not last 24 hours if they didn't sit there and promote fear.
He is not being charged for waving a flag. He is being charged for going on to the Capitol grounds where he was not invited, where he was not.
The house belongs to him, sir. We the people own that house. There's 435 100 senators.
Hold on, Tex. Go ahead. Finish, Marcus. Hold on, Tex. Finish, Marcus.
Tex, that is absurd. The idea that we the people own that house may be
we
true.
do. Then you don't know your history, brother. That's my house. That's your house.
But I do know that there are rules for me entering that house. I do know that there are laws for me entering. You guys are so big on the laws. When Colin Kaepernick does what he does, you says he's un-American and he's not a patriot. When the hammer thrower steps off of the podium, you guys cry and whine about how unpatriotic. But you have the unmitigated
unpatriotic
and act as though this guy who went with the intent of stopping a process, a law in the United States government, which is treason and sedition, you have the idea to sit here and act as though
they're not going to do anything about it.
Un-American, and you are not a patriot if you
our
believe
forefathers would be so proud, and I'm proud like our forefathers. Our forefathers are proud of them.
All right, let's hear from Oliver. Oliver, the judge went even below the recommended sentence that the Justice Department asked him for.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that, and I like how Marcus properly brought it up. Look, the federal system uses a point system, right? And once that points are assessed, it gives you a range of where you should be punished. The court can depart from that on certain grounds or certain motions that can be filed, et cetera. What I did find interesting is that the judge went into very lengthy detail explaining like how bad this was, but then turned around and just said, well, he's really not that bad of a guy, so that would be too much. The prosecutors were only asking for half the time that his point system would have awarded him. So they said 1.5 years. I guess he was supposed to do up to 3 years. So they only asked for half of that, which I already thought that was being a bit
Generous.
Generous, yes. But for the judge to then go cut that time in half again to 8 months, I mean, it just shows that I guarantee you if it was a bunch of Black Lives Matter protesters waving just the flag around up there, I guarantee you Texas wouldn't be saying the same thing. What it is these people have been brainwashed by Donald Trump. The guy that he wasn't waving an American flag around, he was waving a Donald Trump flag around, okay? Thinking that he should be a dictator or something of that nature. They lost the election and then they wanted to stop. This is not American. This isn't patriotic. And yes, there could be reasons to have a Boston Tea Party type issue, but it's not because someone lost an election, okay? There may be 100 other reasons why we can disagree with our government, but just because your party didn't win doesn't mean that you then go and storm the Capitol. So I believe that the sentence is way too light. And I'm worried that there's going to be even less than this for other people. And I think the defense did their job for this actual client. So it's a good win for the defense, not so much for the government.
We'll see what happened the other 579 cases, people charged at the Capitol insurrection. So there are a lot more to go.